Hey guys, UltraMaximus back with another Transformers review. This time we're taking a look at another third-party figure, and it's from Impossible Toys. It's the TRNS Transitional Robot Neural Soldiers TRNS-03 Alicon. Yes, another Impossible Toys figure. And I got this guy because I ordered my Tetra Squadron jet set from BigBadToyStores.com. And they had this guy on sale for $30. So I figured, you know what? I've always wanted an Alicon. They never made one. This is kind of in the G1 style. I've seen some reviews on the guy, and they were pretty decent. So I figured, you know what? $30. I'll go ahead and try it and see what I think. Now, there have been some kind of mixed reviews. Some people have gotten some that had some faulty parts on them. Some people have said they've been really, really good. It's been kind of a hit-or-miss situation. So I went ahead and got this figure, and luckily, I've gotten out of the package. I've looked at it in Robot. I've looked at it in Alicon mode, Alligator mode, and fortunately, my figure has been very, very well done, and it has been a success. So kudos for Impossible Toys for doing that. Unfortunately, they are now a defunct toy company. They had a lot of quality control issues, and they just unfortunately listened a little too late, I think. But the Alicon looks pretty decent from what I've gathered, and I've been very impressed with the Tetra Jet Squadron. So let's look at the package, then we'll look at the Alicon in his Robot and his Alligator mode and see what we think of it. So here it is, the package itself, and it's very, very similar to the Tetra Jet Squadron. It's just a bit smaller than the Tetra Jet Squadron, but it's the same kind of look. It's got the nice G1 grid background. We got a picture, some nice artwork of Alicon there in Robot and in Alligator mode. I love the old school look down there with the Alicon name, TRNS and the old school Decepticon logo, and it's got that space background that goes kind of purple, and as you wrap it around it goes black, which is very, very awesome. So here's the top of the package. It's got the TRNS logo at the top, looking very cool. We have the Impossible Toys logo at the bottom, looking really, really nice. On this side, we have a picture of the Alicon in his Alligator mode. Very cool. And then on the other side, we have a little write-up. So here is paragraph 1. If you'd like to pause and read that, you can. Here is paragraph 2. If you'd like to pause and read that, you can. Here is a wide shot of the package. Again, just like the Tetra Jet Squadron, we got his little motto, we get the picture of the Robot and the Alligator, Possible Toys logo, and then the write-up on him. I will zoom in here. So there is his motto, kill, crunch, and repeat. I love it. And then here is the first paragraph. If you want to read that, you may. Here is paragraph 2. If you'd like to pause and read that, you may. So there is the package. Very cool stuff. Looks very nice. I am impressed with that. Let's go ahead and get the figure out of the package and look at that Robot mode. Alright, so here we have Alicon out of box in his Robot mode, and wow, he is very G1. Now, the one complaint I will have, my Transformer did not come with any instructions on how to transform this guy. Fortunately, it is very easy to transform, and it actually transforms very well, which is nice. There's nothing that feels like it's going to snap or break on the guy. I will say this one arm joint is pretty tight. It doesn't like to go forward very much. This one's fine. This one, it gets stuck wanting to go forward. If you rotate it back that way and come back around, it's okay. It's just a little bit sticky, but that's okay. If that's the worst QC issue I've got with it. I'm fine. As you can see, very cool. He's pretty tall. He's a pretty decent sized figure. Very G1. I love the color scheme. I love all these spikes, and these things are very, very tough. That's for sure. I mean, you could really hurt yourself with this thing, especially on these tips on the spears. I mean, they are skin-piercing sharp. Absolutely. Now, one of the interesting things, there's a little connector piece that goes into, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little connector piece that goes in between the two spears that actually can make a tongue thing on his mouth, which is kind of interesting in his alligator mode. I love the G1 style head sculpt on the guy. It does swivel back and forth, which is really cool. They did a nice job. I wish the mouth opened up so he can eat some Energon goodies, but, you know, it is what it is. I like the color scheme. I think it looks good. He stands really, really well. His arms move up and down. He's got elbow joints. The hands just kind of slide in and out. The legs do have a joint here, and they can go, you can bend them out that way to get some posability. He's got a knee joint, and that's really about it. The feet, or the ankles, do have some movement, but that's really mainly for transformation. You know, other than that, I mean, he stands really well. He's got this really cool kind of alligator tail that is very jointed, which is nice, but it just, you might want to be careful with that. That's the weakest point on the figure, is the alligator tail. So you want to take some care with it. Everything else feels pretty stable. It's kind of thin-ish feeling. It doesn't feel as secure as in the Tetrajet guys, but it's still pretty good. It's definitely good. Just kind of a quick zoom in here. I mean, he's just spiky, he's G1-y, he's just really, really cool. The funny thing was, I couldn't figure out where the little arms are, and they're kind of folded in. So you actually have to take these point pieces off, and then when you fold in these arms, there's a panel that opens up to get the little alligator arms out, which is really cool. That was very clever on how they hid those. I was very, very, very impressed with it. So overall, I like it. If you're a G1 fan, if you're not a G1 fan, this is probably not a figure for you. You definitely gotta like the G1 aesthetic and color scheme for Transformers the movie, but if that's what you're looking for, this is definitely something to get. I think this will look really good with an original Quintesson set from Impossible Toys, and really any set of Sharkticons. So let's get this guy over into his alligator mode and see what we think. Alright, so here we have Alicon in his alligator mode, and I like it. I do. I really do. You know, like I said, the plastic isn't all that thick. It does feel a little bit thin, but it doesn't feel like overly thin, like it's going to snap and break on you, as long as you're going to handle it with some kind of care. Obviously, not meant for kids, but I mean, this is a, you know, a G1er fan base to begin with, so little kids aren't going to be interested in this anyway. The overall look is nice. It looks a lot like the Alligator Alicon that we had in Transformers the movie, which I really do dig. Now, as I said, in the robot mode, the little spikes here, you have to take off of his chest. If you don't want to lose them, you've got your spear pieces here. You can actually kind of pop those into place there, and you know, that way you're not going to lose them, which is kind of cool. It's a shame he can't actually hold them in alligator mode. I guess he could chomp on them with his teeth, but that's something you can do with the pieces if you're looking to not lose the thing. Looking at the figure, I really do like him. I do. I hate to say it, but I do. They did a good job with it. I like the paint scheme. I like the light blue. I like the purple, the dark green, the gray. Everything looks good. I like how you've got the multi-joints down the tail. We got the gray tip on the tail, which is cool. The blue paint picks. The red eyes look really nice. He's got these little tiny arms that are hidden. They actually fold up and go into the body, into robot mode, which is really, really cool. They do have a swivel here at the shoulder. There's a socket here that moves up and down, and he's got an elbow socket, and the fists also spin around. But be careful with them because they are rather thin. That being said, they do maneuver pretty well. The legs are just kind of going to sit there. Now, I do like how it does have the little groove so that the knee can sit there and support the weight, which is really nice. And of course, you know, you got your little tail. That's kind of cool. The little details on the feet just look really, really nice, and on the hands. I mean, it's just overall really well done. Just the really cool face. I like the detail, the paint picks on the nose. Just looks nice. His mouth does open and close. Chomp, 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 which is really cool. And of course, there is the piece that is the connector for his spear in robot mode. Kind of becomes a little tongue thing, which is interesting. So yeah, overall, pretty cool. I do like him. How does he compare to some of the other Impossible Toys figures? Let's grab Solar Blast and just kind of put him in here. Zoom out a little. So there are the two together. As you can see, in Alligator Mode, Alicon is a little bit bigger. I mean, they're approximately similar sizes, but I think Alicon just has a little bit more plastic going on there. So that is pretty cool. Do dig that. So, is this something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you are a G1er, this is definitely something that you've been after for a while. I would say so. Big Bad Toy Store has got this guy on sale at the time of this video for $30. TF Source, I think it has on for $50. So, I mean, give or take, at Big Bad Toy Store, you're going to get a little cheaper, but you have to pay for the shipping. If you get a $150 order from TF Source, of course, shipping is free. So it kind of really depends on how much you want to pay for it. Is it worth $30? To a G1 fan, I'm going to say yes. Yes, it is. If you're not a G1er, this is an easy pass. But absolutely, if you're looking to complete your Quintesson set, if you've got the original Impossible Toys Quintessons, you've got any kind of Sharkticon out there, a group of Sharkticons, you're definitely going to want the Alicon Guard because, well, you got to complete them all. So I definitely like it. I'm glad I bought it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, thumbs it up. If you hate it, thumbs it down. Please subscribe, share my videos, and as always, look for more videos in the future.